Before you spend a single dime of your hard-earned money on the Epson EcoTank ET-2400, hold on a second. I spent hours deep diving into the massive factory spec sheets and practically living in the reviews of real buyers just to give you the actual, honest verdict. So this isn't just some fluffy physical unboxing where I pointed a shiny plastic box. No way. This is a strict, no-nonsense technical analysis and data curation. I did all the heavy lifting so you know exactly what you're actually buying, based strictly on the raw facts. So we've got to ask the big question, right? Is the ET-2400 actually worth your money? We crunched the real-world performance data and literally read the fine print in the manuals entirely, so you don't have to. We're here to make absolutely sure your investment is completely justified by the actual tech inside the machine.
Welcome to Tech Verdicts Central. We're the channel that chews through the specs and strips away all that wild marketing fluff. Our whole mission is to give you an honest, data-backed look at the hardware, empowering you to buy better, understand your tech, and most importantly, do it all absolutely without any regrets.
Oh, and to make your life super easy right off the bat, if you already know this printer is the one for you, and you just want to lock in the lowest price from a totally reliable seller, I dropped the official safe link right down in the description for you. Okay, let's get straight into the technical data. Section 1, the honest spec analysis. Let's look directly at the tech driving the ET-2400. The core premise here is that it's a quote-unquote super tank printer. So what does that actually mean for you? Well, instead of buying those tiny, super expensive cartridges over and over, this machine uses large, completely refillable ink tanks. This is a massive disruption to the incredibly frustrating economics of traditional cartridge printing. Seriously, if you've ever paid more for replacement ink than the printer itself originally cost, this is the exact tech engineered to solve that nightmare. And what's really wild is this number right here, thousands. The ink bottles included right out of the box provide enough ink to print thousands of pages before you even have to think about a refill. That fundamentally changes how you look at this printer. It goes from being just a cheap upfront buy with crazy expensive upkeep to a true long-term investment that seriously pays dividends over years of regular use. Section 2, core technical characteristics. Let's break down its day-to-day 3-in-1 functions. You've got printing, which gives you sharp text and pretty vibrant everyday color. You've got scanning and copying for all your essential document handling. And for connectivity, it runs completely wirelessly through the Epson Smart app for mobile and PC. That means zero annoying cable clutter on your desk. But hey, I want you to pay very, very close attention to that scan and copy row. In just a bit, I'm going to show you a hidden detail in the spec sheet about this scanner that the brand definitely isn't putting front and center. It's a highly specific point that could completely change your buying decision, so stick around for that. Section 3, the Super Tank Reality Check. All right, let's talk real-world performance based on the curated data from everyday users. Print quality is obviously the big one here. Based on our research of real buyer reports, the output is consistently described as, quote, clean, adequately vibrant color output, and sharp text rendering. So it easily hits the mark for your typical home user doing casual photos, school assignments, or regular text documents. Now, a quick heads up, the setup does require an initial ink filling step. It takes a few minutes longer than just slapping in a cartridge, but the official instructions make it totally manageable. It's a simple one-and-done task, and after that, you are basically done with cartridge anxiety for good. Section 4, honest pros and cons. To keep things totally objective, we need to balance this out and look at the strict, factual trade-offs. What I liked most when analyzing this product, those ultra-low, long-term ink costs. That is the undeniable, massive pro of the ET-2400. But the data doesn't lie, and it shows two clear cons. First off, it has a noticeably higher upfront purchase price than your standard, cheap cartridge printers. Second, the print speeds are officially rated as moderate, not fast. It'll get the job done reliably for sure, but it is not going to break any speed records. Okay, here is that scanner limitation I warned you about earlier. There is no automatic document feeder, or ADF. This is an absolutely crucial hidden drawback in the physical design. If you have a 20-page document that needs to be scanned or copied, you can't just drop a stack of paper onto the top of the machine and walk away. Nope. You literally have to manually lift the lid and place every single individual page onto the glass, one by one. Section 5, ideal buyer profiles. Let's filter all this data to show exactly who this printer is actually built for. Here's who absolutely should buy this. Cost-conscious households, families with kids, students constantly printing homework, and folks working from a home office. Why? Because these specific profiles print with enough volume and consistency to actually capitalize on those dramatically reduced ink costs over the months and years. You really have to print somewhat regularly for that higher upfront cost to finally pay for itself. On the flip side, here is who should entirely avoid this printer. If you are a very light or infrequent printer, this is frankly a waste of your money. The economic math just doesn't work out if it sits unused for months. Also, if you need premium dedicated photo quality, or if you need fast batch scanning for big, multi-page documents, the specs clearly show this machine is just going to leave you incredibly frustrated. Section 6, Final Verdict and Link. So, let's wrap up this entire technical analysis. Our data-driven verdict? It's a confident yes, specifically for regular printing households. The core logic here is pretty straightforward. You're trading the cons of a higher upfront price tag and a manual, one-page-at-a-time scanner for the massive game-changing pro of incredible long-term financial savings and the total elimination of cartridge anxiety.
If the specs of this product make sense for your specific needs, remember that the safe, discounted link straight from Amazon is waiting for you right down below in the description and in the pinned comment. So what do you think? Are you ready to finally break free from the traditional cartridge cartel? Or is that upfront cost still holding you back? Think about your actual printing habits. Happy shopping, and I'll see you in the next explainer.